Hey scrappers, if you're looking to figure out what materials you should sell this week or hold this week, now is the time to do it. Our weekly report is going to give you that information, up-to-date market news, pricing. Let's get right into it. We'll talk about it inside. Hey scrappers, Tom here, and today is Wednesday, May 22nd, 2024, and we hope you're doing well and happy early Memorial Day weekend. Of course, Memorial Day is always that kickoff of the summer, but we always like to talk about it as such a positive thing for all the people that have served this country, serving the country, now currently. So we just appreciate all those things. So we really just want to highlight all those. Second, what's going on with the markets? Let's jump into it, right? If you read my weekly report, you will see a turbulent, you will see crazy, you will see all-time record high. Might see the words confusing, right? All of those things are in there, and all of those things are true. So week over week, right? Copper hasn't moved one penny. How is that true if it hit all-time record highs? What do I say all the time? A lot. I say a lot because I talk a lot. I don't like markets moving, right? And what copper has done in the last week has been unbelievably crazy. 50, 60 cents of movement in one day, right? Up 20, down 20, up 13. No one knows what's going on. Today, for instance, markets are down 20 cents. So we're going to bring up a chart. Virginia, go to the 1 week chart. That's all you need just to show the craziness and the volatility. And this is why scrap yards are so confused and sometimes don't go super fast changing prices. If you look at this market, this is over the last week. So we're even week over week. But look at the market movements. Just look at them. What is that little N there? Here, that's just where they give you highlights. Copper hits all-time record high news the other day. It then drops down, recovers quickly, goes up again, and then look what happened, kind of yesterday into today. Nosedive. Why are these things going on? I read an article that talked about a bunch of different things, and I'm going to try to unpack it. If you remember 2 years ago, the nickel market had a crazy run up where the prices went from like $25,000 or $30,000 a ton to like $60,000 a ton. Boom, in like 2 days, something crazy, right? Double. Russian invasion wasn't going on. Wasn't a short supply of the market. Demand wasn't there. So why is this happening? Well, it's happening because there are people that trade commodities, that trade contracts, that don't own physical assets, and they're the ones pushing these prices. And that's one of the reasons we saw some of the market run-ups that we have. But that's bad news, right? But the good news is it looks like people are seeing that we're going to have an undersupply of copper versus the demand. The electrification, whether through solar, green initiatives, EVs, whatever else is out there, is pushing us to need more copper. The copper mines that are going to be coming online the next few years are not going to be coming online fast enough around the world, nor are they going to be producing enough material to make more money. So where's that copper going to come from? Now it has to come from already refined products and from products that are already up and running, like mines that are open. But the copper prices had a big run up, and that's what we saw happening. Now the demand is there, but these crazy prices, we'll pull up some of the reported prices for Bear Bright. Few people kind of got hosed and they threw our averages around here, but we've seen Bear Bright prices 425, 437. I think today we're paying $4.30 a pound at Rockaway Recycling. If you look here, look at some of these numbers: 360, 410, 350, 410, 424, 405, 405, 394, 430 for us. So look at your average, $3.78 in the last 45 days, really starting to have an uptick. Year to date, we've seen copper prices up over 25%. And I got to look at some markets, 430. I got to look at some markets yesterday, and they got to compare copper to other metals. Now, gold is also going up over 2,400 an ounce, but nothing else is kind of pacing what copper is doing right now. So these prices that you're seeing online, these are really great prices. And even today, with the market down 20 cents, I still would be in a sell mode. People have been asking for copper to hit $5. Well, it did, and then you get these pockets of time where it could only last for a week or two. And do I believe that the prices are going to go up more? Yeah, I do think that they'll go up more, but there's no reason to hold things forever. I certainly am not. I'm getting things in and out, and that's what a lot of people are reading as well. So just things to keep in mind. Copper, a little tumultuous. I talked to a trader yesterday. They said that in China, one of the major refiners is not buying right now because the market just went so crazy in the last week and a half. So I've heard a couple of pieces of news like that domestically in the US, and things just went so crazy so fast. No one's seen it before. So that's kind of what happens. Now, on the opposite side of what's hot, let's talk about what's cold, and that's the steel markets. And the steel prices have dropped down again. Oil prices, from what I understand, are being pushed down a little artificially lower right now because there was another 1 million gallons released from the strategic petroleum reserves. But going into the summer, really between Memorial Day and the 4th of July, I heard to expect a large increase in gasoline prices, which will affect things. And the steel prices are going to not be very strong going into that either. So when you look at some of the steel prices here, week over week, we're looking at some of these numbers, they're just not moving much. Let's click on light iron real quick. We're kind of flatlined. We finally came down and we've averaged ourselves out. You can see 144 a ton is the national average, 135, 170, 7 cents, 150 a ton. So those are the prices that are kind of out there. And that's what you can expect moving forward. We just don't see strong demand for steel right now, where copper and aluminum have a strong demand because of the EV, the green initiatives, the lighter materials being used inside of the cars, the copper, of course, being used everywhere. So these are just things that we looked at. Now, over the last week, we read a post that talked about platinum, rhodium, and palladium prices, of course, referring to catalytic converters. And this is what the post said, just to keep in mind from a user-generated thing. At one point, palladium was over $3,000 and platinum was double what it is today. Hence, the converter market has taken a nosedive. EVs don't need platinum, and car manufacturers are using EVs don't need palladium, and car manufacturers are using more platinum as a rule than they were before. And that's because platinum has become cheaper than palladium, and they're putting more of it into the catalytic converters that are out there. And it's just funny because you're just not going to see these prices on CATs going up in any way, shape, or form unless you start to see these other markets moving. So we did see a little bit of an increase week over week, but most of the time the CATs that we're seeing and quoting over rrcats.com, you're just not going to see that demand there. So there's other ways to make it. Two different things that we started to buy and really promote: spark plugs and also O2 sensors. So if you're looking to make more money with your catalytic converters and you're leaving the O2 sensors on, you're not going to make any extra money. But we're trying to show you how to sell them on a per pound basis. And that's something that you can check out at rrcats.com. We even send out free bins for you to fill up to be able to send back to us with O2 sensors when you're ready to ship them. So there's a lot of really good things out there. You just need to be able to learn what's going on. And that's one of the things that we're continuing to highlight and push. So our YouTube channels, both through iScrap and Rockaway Recycling, always has different information we're kind of putting out there for you to learn about. Now, other markets, let's talk about nickel and stainless steel prices. A little funny. Stainless steel prices have gone up. Nickel prices have gone up week over week for over a month. Okay, that's good. But we've only seen stainless steel prices move 2 to 3 cents per pound. That's it. So what does that show me? That shows me that traders are trading nickel contracts opposed to physically moving metals because of demand. So the nickel demand, the stainless demand, it's not there. And I'm continuing to hear scrap yards holding hundreds of thousands of pounds of stainless at least 8 different yards that I know of. They're holding between 200 and 800,000 pounds because the prices just got so low that they're holding on to it. Now, I thought that with nickel prices gaining steam that we would start to see that pushing up, but that demand is still not there. So this is, again, more of a trading play than it is a need play. And that's one of the things that we're kind of looking for because things just aren't moving. They're just not moving. And unfortunately, that's just what happens sometimes. Now, other things we have going on, carbide and rare earth metals such as tungsten, Inconels, different types of tin solders. These are other items that you can sell through rrcarbide.com. If you're looking to learn what carbide is, what it looks like, where you can find it, lots of different things on there. And we're also buying things like solders, Inconels, and other rare earth alloys. Now, we know that these aren't things that are common, but we do have videos that you can check out and learn about some of these rare earth alloys. And then maybe you come across a machine shop or a processor that has these, and you'll be able to go and kind of move some more scrap in a different way. Virginia, what else? Anything else? Markets have been really, aluminum prices. Let's talk about aluminum. I'm sorry. I need to go back to my basics, ABCs, aluminum, brass, copper, and steel. If I cover those, I'm generally good. Maybe an extra C for cats, extra C for carbide. So ABCs, and then we'll get to that, right? Aluminum prices, awesome. We saw them jump about 10 to 12 cents per pound. On the reporting side, we're seeing sheet aluminum over 50 cents a pound. I think I'm paying 52 cents at the door, but we're seeing some numbers in the high 50s for sheet aluminum right now. So aluminum, super strong, nice increase, kind of followed copper down a little bit right now. We'll pull up the sheet aluminum price, national average at 50 cents, up over 3.5% in the last month. But you can see some of these prices, 57, 40, 60, 59, 60, 40. These are really strong prices, gives you a really good idea where the markets are going. We're at 52 cents at Rockaway Recycling. We actually had some specials last week where we were paying 62 cents for siding. So that's another thing that you can always ask your scrap yards about if they do specials or things like that. Just gives you a little idea what's going on. But we're looking, and markets are strong on the aluminum side of things. We're seeing strong demand. We're seeing strong prices, and that's just another positive thing for us to be able to spin. One thing that I was talking to a steel guy about yesterday, any type of life being, kind of pushed into the steel markets, I just don't see it happening. I don't see steel prices going up for the balance of this year. I mean, if they are, it's going to be minuscule, 10, 20 bucks a ton. But let me say this. I've been wrong often about a lot of things because when markets change, like this copper market, I didn't see things going up $1 a pound, $1.50 a pound in, a month and a half, but sure enough, it did. And if I knew that, I would have had my yard packed with copper, but I don't have that crystal ball. So I try to read articles. I try to listen to, notes from scrappers, notes from scrap yards, listening to other podcasts, articles, reading these things to absorb it and really let you know what's going on with the markets so you get a better idea. So, hey, listen, going into Memorial Day, lots of good scrap out there. Aluminum grills, stainless grills, old lawn chairs. These are items you should be looking for, as well as a lot of spring cleanups are still happening. My town was doing it just the other day. You saw curbs filled with scrap. So that's another thing for you to look for. We have other videos on how you can find that type of scrap and then, refine it through YouTube as well. So just use the search bar inside of iScrap's page and just search for some type of scrap. Scrappers, today is Wednesday, May 22nd, 2024. We appreciate you tuning in. Have a very happy Memorial Day. Until next week, my name is Tom, and I'll scrap you later.
Thanks for watching our video. For $2.99 a month, by becoming a member, you can get access to early videos, member-only videos, merchandise discounts from our store, and priority comments that we answer before answering any other scrappers. Click the link below to learn more. Until next time, scrap you later.